All right, so as we've been building things out, we've been kind of slightly adjusting things to make it look better. So what I want to do is actually change where our recipe stuff is, change this and put it on the top header bar. Now, this is going to get it off of our screen, and then again, this is a preference of mine, but again, I want to make sure that we actually do this correctly. So we're going to pull up our batching screen, we're going to pull up our header screen. Now notice in our header screen we actually have this comms down. We can actually come over here, shift this over here, change the size of this. Okay, so that's just going to be a blinking light. Now we want to copy this. The reason I have both screens open is I can copy, Control C, go up here, Control V. Right, now this is on a Windows system, so that's the easiest thing to do on the Windows system. Now I want to change the color to this, and I want to change the back color to white, and I want to use the border color as white as well. So I'm just going to simply combine the two to make them look and feel like they should. Now also too, you can use your instruction palette and match the colors, right? So let me show you this. So we can go over here and we can find out what the colors are, and we can come over here to our instruction palette, and the back color is right here. We can match this back color, right? We match the back color, and then come up here and match this back color up here. So that way it looks and feels the same exact way. Now we don't have to use the pop-up. We can come over here and change the back color here to, instead of a white, to match everything else. So these two would now kind of sort of match. And then we want to come over here, being that these are all in the application. Let's go ahead and undo that. We can select all these and make sure we center them on top. Now we're going to get the button up here for the recipe select as well. Come over here and change this. First things I want to do here is change the size of it. Now I'm going to go to common, change the size, and I'm just going to edit the height. That makes sense. So we're going to edit the height, and then again we're going to get the height of this correct. So I want to actually, what I like to do if I'm going to drag it up top is I like to shrink it down, or I like to move it down on the actual screen or wherever we're actually navigating to, and then that way the one I want to actually match is going to be above it. So if we're going to go top center, we're going to just do it like that. So that way you can kind of get the tops level, and then you can come back and worry about the rest of it. So we want to change the back color again. So change the back color. This would be the back color. Okay, change the back color. Now let's change the fonts. Okay, so let's change the font. The first appearance, we want to have it bold. Okay, so that's bold. It's not as bold as that though. So let's change that. Again, depends on how you want to have your screen looking, but again, that's nice and bold, real simple, real easy to see. Now as far as the way this looks, we can kind of come back and see how the way that looks when we call the recipe up, or when we call this screen up. So we're going to shut this down, and we're going to come over here, we're going to save. Now what I'm going to do temporarily is I'm going to hide these two. Okay, visibility, I'm going to hide this. I'm going to hide. So invisible. Okay. Now the reason I'm doing that is just to sample it, just to make sure that what I did is actually just basically like testing, right? So invisible 1. So I'm going to make these invisible, save these, and we're going to come up here and call our HMI again. So now we should have our recipe that we're running on our top header bar, and we should have the ability to actually select a recipe on our top header bar as well. Now the reason we're doing this is again to keep it simple, to keep it where it's always an ability to change and edit stuff, but it's always the ability to make things look and feel better, right? Aesthetics and the way things look and operate, again, user friendly. I can't address that enough. Being user friendly on your HMI is going to keep things running and be more productive, and that's the key to all programming. Okay, so as we're building and making this this actual client right now, That's exactly what we're going to do. Well, I'm going to speed this video up right now until the client actually starts so you can see it. Okay, so we have this here. Now you can see that it's a little too close to me. I don't know. I think these are all a little too close, so we can actually shrink these up just a little bit more, or even give it a little bit more on the header. I think if we gave a little bit more on the header, and we came up and actually made the header bar a little bit bigger, then we could actually get by like that. And again, how do we do that? We go over here to this, and we can use current size. We can do that and then save. Now if we exit and we pop back in the header, now it's going to have the current size right here. We can move this down just a little bit and then move this down just a little bit, even though we really don't need to. What I'm trying to do is give it a little bit of headspace between here and here. And this, what we can also do too is get the height of this. So we'll edit this and get the height. So we'll come in here and get the common, and the height is 37. So let's do that. Let's make this 37. 37. Now the height is there. Everything looks good. Okay, so we have that. Now let's save that, and let's actually, to be able to test the header, being that we don't have that, we don't have any macros to restart the client, we have to start the client again. And that's again because you can't navigate off of something that's constantly on the screen. If it was just a normal screen, you could. So what I'll do is actually speed the video up from here and then let you see the client after we've done this. Okay, so now that our client is starting up, we have a little bit more room up here now, so you can kind of see the way things look. It's a lot better. You know, as far as this goes, you get a little bit, the headspace up here is the same, and that's really what you're trying to do. And now we can call our screen and do everything from here. As long as the batch is not running, this will be active. And again, we have our link down, so if we were to actually break our link to our PLC, then we can have our link down. It does take a second for this to populate because again, it retains and caches the data, right? So let's see, let's watch this actually pop up, and then make sure that that pop-up, you know, works as well. You know, we don't want to have anything overlaying each other or anything like that. Again, graphic and the way things, the graphics work, you can tell right there. Now we should have our link down. We can tell our link down. Communication is there. That's what we put in early in the application. Let's populate the link, get the comms back working. And as soon as the comms back working, so we can kind of shrink this down a little bit, or maybe even move this over to the center. And I'll probably will do that again in the very next video, because you really would. I'm trying to see here and trying to enforce, I guess, if I would, to get something across, is to get something, you know, if you're making it, make it look good. Also make it user friendly. User friendly is the key to everything, right? So again, that's going to make you be tremendously more successful in what you're doing and building an application when you're actually doing this and being user friendly. So again, with all that said, we'll conclude and see you guys on the next one.